Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel.
If you're new to this channel, we would like to welcome you. Although we know we don't have any new subscribers at the moment, but if you are passing through and you happen to come across this content, I would like to welcome you. And if you love our content, please subscribe. To our returning subscribers, we are very I'm grateful for you
We
guys.
appreciated you a
We really
lot.
appreciate you guys for staying on the channel, even though we're not posting any content. But
Thank you
yeah,
for not unsubscribing to
thank
the
you
channel.
for not
Thank you so much.
unsubscribing.
Really appreciate
God bless you.
really appreciate that.
Yeah. So today we are very excited because we'll be introducing a series that is very close to our hearts. We are very excited about this one. So the series will be titled "A Woman and Her God." We will be talking about all things Christian. It is not only subject to just women. It is not only going to cover women, but it is going to cover um
Everyone
yeah.
else. Yeah, it's gonna cover everyone else. We're just gonna be discussing topics which affect us on a daily basis, touching on topics which we don't necessarily talk about as Christians, and so we just want to like engage with you guys. And should you guys have something to add, please feel free to add that on the comments, and then we can engage with you and respond, and maybe we can discuss about some of the things that you guys raise on your comments on our next videos. So we just want to keep the engagement going. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Great about this. We've been thinking about this for a very long time, and I think it's about time that we start doing it instead of sitting on our ideas. And we know that if we don't do it, someone else is gonna do it eventually. So we might as well just do it. We're just gonna see how it goes, and we're just gonna try our best to make sure that we post as much as we can. So let us know if you're excited by putting a banana.
Just put a banana.
Just put a
comment
banana.
a banana.
Comment a banana,
Yeah.
and tell us that's how excited you are. Show us that you're excited, because we are very excited.
Yeah, very excited, guys.
Yes.
And we hope you guys are gonna get the message. But just a disclaimer, we are discussing our views and thoughts. So I don't know, if you don't agree with us, you are more than welcome to put your views, but
To
you know,
disagree, yeah.
yes, but please keep it respectful. We don't want people to be disrespectful and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, let's get it.
Okay, so the topic for today will be from the book of Galatians, the fruit of the Spirit. So we'll be discussing about the fruit of the Spirit, what it means to us, what each and every component means to us individually. So each time you read the Bible, the Spirit will touch you in a different way. So we just want to unpack that, and we will be discussing more around that, what it means to us, what love means to you personally, and peace and all of that. So yes.
Yeah.
So
Just to put it out there, guys, you guys know that the fruits of the Spirit is not one fruit. It's not like one. Well, it's not the fruits of the Spirit, but it's one fruit. It has different components, so it's made up of a lot of things. So it can't be one fruit. So you can't have one and be comfortable. You need to have all of them for you to have the fruit of the Holy Spirit.
Yes, so we're just gonna start by reading the word and reading that to you, and then we're just gonna sort of unpack what it means to us individually. Okay, so we're reading from the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 22, and it reads as follows: But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self control, and against such there is no law. Yes.
Yeah, I really love this verse. So I don't know. The first fruits, okay, the first component the first component is love. I'm just gonna keep referring to it as components because yeah. So the first one is love. So I don't know what does love mean to you? What does it mean to have love?
So okay, so love to for me personally, I think for the past few months, I've realized that Love means loving yourself. It means that loving yourself first, putting yourself first before anything else. I know that as much as we are told in the Bible to love our neighbors and all of that, but I think the most important thing for me is to love myself, to be kinder to myself, to do the things which makes me happy, and then in that way I am able to transfer or give that love to the next person. So I think that's just what love means to me individually. And I know that I haven't been kinder to myself, and that is where I realized that I need to actually practice loving myself so that I can be able to show that love to other people. Yeah, I think that's just what it means to me individually. So what does it mean to you?
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna link it to the Bible. So when I was busy reading about this, I just, got directed to John 13, verse 34, where Jesus said, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. And again, it is also explained in the Bible that love is also made up of other things. So to love means to be patient. It means to be kind. I'm just reading the scripture. It means to be kind. She mentioned that you need to be kind to yourself, but not only to yourself, but to other people as well. Yeah, not to be proud, but I think not to be easily angered. This, all of these things we are unpacking right now, they're just describing the kind of a God we serve. God is very patient with us. God is very kind. God does not get easily angered by the things that we do. I know we offend God on a daily, but he doesn't get easily angered. And then it says that it does not keep record of wrongs. We sin every day, but God does not keep track of what we've done.
Yes.
He forgives whatsoever.
Yes, I think the keeping record of wrong. Yeah, I think that's something that we actually do. We do this on a daily basis. We're always writing. We're keeping track. We're keeping track that hey,
because at
you
some
did
point
this
you're
and
like,
this and this.
I'm just
Yes,
and then I'm gonna visit, and
exactly.
that is wrong.
Which is wrong. Yeah, that is actually
Yeah,
wrong because
that
it
is wrong.
leads to unwanted results. You end up doing things which are not right, which will affect the other person negatively.
Yeah.
And then it brings a question that are you proud of what you did after you've done that to the other person?
Yeah.
So yeah. So you were saying something.
Yeah, okay, so guys, I'm reading this from First Corinthians 13, right? So you can, if you guys wanna read, you can read what love means. So yeah, so he doesn't get easily angered and does not keep records of your wrongs, and also love is proud. Love does not dishonor others.
Oh,
Okay, so what I'm getting from this, I think for you to learn the kind of love that God wants us to have for one another, it's for you to spend time with Him. I think you just need to know who God is, because all of these things they just describe, it's just the characteristics of God. Like that's how God is. Like that's who God is. His love, His patient, and all of that. So yeah, for me that's what it means. I can't say that because it links to what you said. You need to be patient. You need to be kind and all of that. So yeah, I think that's all I can say about love.
okay, so the second one will be joy. So joy means a lot of things. I didn't really go to the internet and search what joy means. I think for me, I was just personalizing it, what joy means to me personally. I think for me, it's doing things that give and brings me joy, things that will make me feel fulfilled, things that will fulfill my heart, things that will make me happy, things that I will do and not have any regret about. So I think such things brings me joy. So I think the most important thing is to make sure that you find that one thing that will give you so much joy when doing it. Something I think also things that bring you joy are things that you are good at. Doing something that you are good at as well. Just investing in yourself, making sure that you are doing things for fulfillment, things that will give you joy at the end of the day. You won't have any regrets. You won't have to answer to anyone else but yourself. If you can stand in front of that mirror and smile back at yourself for doing that thing, that means that specific thing brings you joy. So I think that's just what it means to me.
Yeah, I think I love that on a general basis. That is very, very important. Yeah, it's important. It's important to be happy. I feel like the one thing that makes us miserable in life, we are miserable because we are not doing things that we love. We're just doing stuff because we have to. It's like going to a job that you don't love. You go there because you need the money, but it does not fulfill you in any way. It does not bring you any joy. It does not bring you any happiness. You can sell that car, but then if being a salesman sells whatever, it's not your passion, it's not something that you love, then that even won't bring you any joy. But if you do something that you love, I really believe that you can I really believe that that will bring you joy. And also just to put it to bring it back to scripture, okay, not bring it back to scripture, but it's important to, this thing, it all revolves around God as your source. Yeah. The source of our joy is God. God is the source of your joy. The word says that in his presence there's fullness of joy. When you spend time with God, when you yeah, guys, I'm gonna say that, the more you don't spend time with God, your life becomes miserable. I know myself that the moment I fellowship with um abazalwane, the more I go to church, I love it there. I love it there. We went to this other show. It was a gospel show. Guys, I've never been so happy in my life. I was so excited. I was over the moon. My friends can tell you. I was excited about it. I just love being in the presence of God. It brings me so much joy. Oh, so much joy. It brings me so much joy. So yeah, I think you just need to find something that you love, something that you're comfortable in. Um, yeah, it differs for everyone. It's different for everyone.
True. Okay, I love that. I love that. I love this thing of just surrounding yourself with also people that are aligned to your beliefs, your values, and all that. So that will bring you joy because you guys won't clash. You will be agreeing, even when you disagree. It's not a disagreement of dish, but it's a disagreement of teaching each other. You like sharing, you teaching the other person, and all those kind of things. So I think that's very important that you surround yourself with the correct people, people um who will go to such events with you, go crazy and enjoy. It will give you so much joy. Even the conversations that you guys have, they will be about that. And so yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, it is very important. I think just to touch again on this show thing. Guys, as Christians, let's bring it home. Like as Christians, people when they ask you that when how do you I remember this other time I went to this place. Okay, I can't quite remember where I was. I think it was either a work thing or whatnot. So I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking. I'm not drinking. Like I don't drink alcohol. So when I went there, um, this guy is asking me, "Why are you not drinking?" And then I'm like, "I just don't." It's like with so much stress. Like, how do you get it together, guys? We have different coping mechanisms. Like we have different coping mechanisms. Like mine is not alcohol, and it will never be. It's never been. So yeah, it brings them joy. You would see people when they are working that different people, but as soon as they kiss that bottle, it's over. It's over. And same thing with us. As soon as we enter, guys, it's over. As soon as we enter, we just love being in the presence of God. Yeah. So yeah, just link that to your life and just see if it connects. If that's how you are when you're doing whatever it is, then you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of it. I just pray for all of us to find things that make us happy, that brings us joy. I think it is very important in this life. Someone once said that you only have one life. You need to make the best out of it. So I think you can only do that by doing things that brings you joy. Yeah, agreed. So the next one is peace. So peace, I don't know. When I read this part and I just like wrote peace and I was like, man, what do I think about peace? I think for me, peace is just like choosing your battles, guys. For me, it just that's the first thing that came to my mind, that you should choose your battles. Yeah. Just always choose peace. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to allow people to badlalele ikhanda lakho. But you need to make sure that you choose your battles. There's people who deserve your attention, eh? But there's people who just don't. You just need to make sure that you choose your peace at all costs. And also the relationships. Relationships. I think also I thought about relationships, that the relationships that I have with people, sometimes you just need to know when to leave a certain relationship, only because it doesn't necessarily serve you, it no longer serve you anymore, and it's not a bad thing. Like I always tell people that, living that friendship, living that relationship doesn't make you a bad person, but it just means that you and the other person are no longer, you're not in the same season, and seasons are changing. So if and also it depends on the kind of friendship that you have. There's people who are like your friends, and then there's just people who are like your, what do they call them? Call them acquaintances. Yes, acquaintances. They are there for a season, and when that season ends, they leave. Yeah, and you need to focus on the fact that what did you learn from that? Don't blame yourself. I think that's one thing I always do. I always blame myself for relationships, for friendships, breakups. Like I just feel like maybe there's something that I did wrong, or maybe if I had this thing, this certain thing, or I was in this season as well, it would have been better. But it's not. It's not my fault that I'm not in the same season as you. And so I think we need to make sure that we put ourselves first. Choose your peace. Things, if God wants something to happen for you, it's gonna happen. If it's not bound to happen, then it's not gonna happen. So you just need to learn to let go, and to always just keep your peace, choose your battle wisely. Yeah, I think that's just it from my side. Yeah, I really love the points that you made. I think in terms of, I think the reason why most people do not have peace in their lives is because of the fact that we always compare ourselves. She's talking about relationship, knowing when to leave relationship, be it a friendship, a romantic relationship, or whatnot. But it's important for you to know. But touching again on friendship, most friendships break up because of, we are not in the same season. Yeah. We're not in the same league. I no longer have time for you. I have time for other people who are in the same. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's important for you to understand, umenziwa, to understand that it is fine. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I'm here and the person is there and they no longer pay attention to me. And be happy for those people. When don't wish them bad. Be happy for them. Celebrate them. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if you are angry with that person, that doesn't mean that God will stop bless. God will bless them. If God wrote it in his diary that I will bless this person, he will bless them. Yeah. Regardless of whether they did you wrong or whatever, God is not changed by our circumstances. He's not driven by feelings. He's God, he remains the same. Okay. So, and as painful as it is, because sometimes you just wish, I wish God can teach this person a lesson so that they know how to live. He will not teach them a lesson. He will keep blessing them. If he wants them to be millionaires, they will become them. Yes, they will even. Guys, I was watching this thing on TikTok, right? The Facebook, what do I mark?
Guys, I was so angry by the fact that this guy stole other kids' ideas, and then he went on with it. He is very successful,
And it became a
and then
success.
no one is calling him for that. No one is saying anything. So it's
And
you
God will
move
keep
on.
blessing
God
him.
is blessing
It
him.
doesn't
He's
matter.
very rich,
Yeah.
and he's probably happy where he is. I don't know.
Not
But
thinking about you.
exactly.
Being
But
miserable.
that shows that even if a person can treat you like trash, guys, it doesn't mean that God will stop blessing that person. God is not on your side alone. God loves us all equally.
Yes.
That's the thing. He loves us all equally. He doesn't see what you did yesterday. As much as you go, oh God, forgive me for my sins.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, you are what. He's the same with everyone.
Yeah. I think we just read about love. We just read about love that God does not keep record
Exactly.
of what you've done. So you can do people wrong. We're not saying go out there and
exactly.
do people wrong and then come to me like, oh, you said no, don't do that. But we just say this is the life that we live. This is how the world is. This is how it is. But like she said, choose your battle. You need to choose them. So yeah, it's important, guys. I think again, just to expand on what we've already said. The word said, "Let not your heart be troubled." Guys, the reason why we are unhappy, we have no peace because we are troubled. Which I know for a fact. Mina, if anyone knows me, I stress. I'm so like I stress about everything, even things that I can't control, which is pointless because you can't go back and change stuff that has already happened. Like you can't, you have no control over that. It's just a thing of what, God, I've done all I could. Now it's in your hands. But yeah, even though yes, you're gonna keep thinking about it. I should have done it this way. I should have done it that way. But just let God. The moment you allow God into your life, I think it's something that I'm also practicing to just leave it all to God. God just take over everything. I don't care. I did this, I did that, but just take over because I have no control over it. So the next one, guys, it's I don't like this one. Long suffering. I think if if you know me, I'm always saying, Tanti, when does this long suffering end? Because guys, one thing about I think personally, guys, I have suffered, and and I think the problem is that when you think that things are getting better, there's something waiting for you. It's gonna be a person. Yeah. Dora. Dora. It's gonna be an explorer. Yeah. It's gonna be a de-explorer. And and it's a lot. Yeah. So I think my takeaways when reading this is that okay, I even wrote that this is not an easy one. It's not long suffering, guys. I think out of all what are the components? Out of all these components, this is the hard. It's long. It's the hardest one, guys. People will tell you, yo, think about what's his name? Job. Sorry, not Lord. Don't think about Job, guys. I don't even want to think about him because it's him. I don't want you to compare my life with Job's life. I don't want that. We were not there. We're not there. Understand it's written in the Bible, but don't, guys. I think also when a person is in that season where they're like going through something, be it they're trying to find a job or whatever. I think the most important thing that I learned and from my experiences is that when a person is going through that, they don't need you to tell them to go read the book of Job. Don't do that. Don't do that. Guys, I know you guys are it's coming from a good place, but do not do that because I know the story of Job. But also, it is very important that you support that person. Listen to them. Sometimes you just don't have to say anything. Don't say, "Hi, who's a room?" Because my question will be when. When? Give me the time and place if you know. So don't say that. I think it's very important that you just listen. I think just go to them and be like, "What is wrong?
how can I help you?
If it's a job that you're trying to find, help the person.
Yeah, just show them. You need to show that you don't stop talking. Keep quiet. Don't just say. Don't say
Job.
things. Stop using job. Job is job. You are you. We're not the same. So just use that as an opportunity to help that person. If it means that you buy them airtime, data, so that they guys you just need to help. You just need to help. Don't give advice.
Yeah. Don't give them the I will pray for you,
I will
my
pray.
sister. I don't. Yes, I need your prayers, but
Yeah,
I need you to
don't.
end.
And also, I don't like this thing of person telling me that they're praying. Pray for me, it's fine.
Yeah,
That's
don't
good,
tell
but don't
me.
tell me that you're praying for me because God knows your heart. Don't tell me that you're praying, and not in a bad way. But when you're going through something of such a nature, of such nature, you don't need that. So yes, so my takeaways were that you need to be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
It was, I think this was just directed to me because long suffering, I've been long suffering.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that came to me was that I need to be patient with myself. I am doing my best. I am doing as much as I can. I know that as much as I'm doing my best, I'm not gonna impress everyone. It's not gonna impress everyone, and I just need, what I need to do is to wake up every day and give the best that I can give. And then if it doesn't satisfy some people, then that's their problem.
Yeah.
I have done my best, and if things don't work out as I have had planned or whatever, then that is fine. But you know that you have the peace. You have peace that you have given it your all. You did your best. If you didn't fit in, then that's their problem. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Yeah. We just need to start being positive about things and just see things in a different eye. Just put yourself, be kinder to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for other people's expectations. No, just stick to what you know and do it best. Yeah,
focus on your own self.
Yes, focus on your own self,
your own journey.
Exactly.
I think social media is really,
because
guys, you know one thing that you need to understand about life is that we've all had our own share of suffering. Everyone has suffered. Yes, you see this person being successful and showing it off on social media. You don't know what the person went through before that. You don't know if they've suffered for 10 years and then now things are starting to look up. Obviously, they want to show them off. So yeah, it's I think it's this long suffering. Yes,
God restores, and when He restores, He's gonna show off. And then that's the problem with us when we see God restoring. We think that, what did you do? How did you do it? And then you
what prayer
did you? What prayer? No, it's not a prayer thing. I've been suffering. Sometimes I didn't feel like praying. Sometimes I'll be like, oh God, be a favorite. You know those things. I'm not gonna say that to you. Obviously, I'm just gonna say, but
and be
who are you
hopeful,
fooling?
have faith, have faith.
Have faith. And then they start quoting. Don't. Please do not. Even if you are in that season where God is restoring, please, please don't lie. Do not lie. Be honest.
Guys, your problem is that you guys love to stop lying to stop lying to us because we know things we can just tomorrow I can wake up and then my things can just I didn't say anything. I was just
exactly
watching television.
You'll find out that I was very angry.
I was angry. I'm like,
a week. I was
never
talking to him.
Yes, you have favorites. Mina, you don't love me.
But God, this day I decided that, you know what, today is the day.
Or Ati, it's time.
It's time, exactly.
It's time.
And then it's like,
I've already poured and then your blessings.
Exactly.
That I did not pray. I was just angry at him. We've been fighting for days, but still.
And then I go onto social media.
And I'm like,
and
God is faithful.
God is faithful. But I wasn't saying He is faithful, but I wasn't saying anything. When I was suffering, shame.
I was keeping quiet. And then when now you come, you are 23 years old, and then you come, be like, God, why
Exactly.
We've all suffered. That's why I'm saying everyone has their pension of suffering. Someday we're gonna suffer. It's unfortunate that other people suffer until
Suffer
they
longer,
die,
yeah.
and it's the truth. Some
That's
people
real.
suffer until they die, but as equal. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
life,
just-
guys. It's just
it's
life. And I know people who've suffered from
and
until
who have
they
been
died.
serving, and that
And
doesn't mean that those people were unhappy when they died. I think
No.
things that brings us happiness are different, guys.
Yeah.
The things that bring me happiness are not the same. Will not be the same things that brings you happiness. So sometimes just from looking at things from your own point of view can just give you the wrong, I don't know, it can just give you the wrong picture of what is happening in another person's life.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you focus on yourself, my darling.
Yeah.
Focus focus
Yeah.
on you.
Now I
Focus on
even
yourself.
regret saying that there's people who die suffering, but
Yeah.
So
I was
from
just
my
thinking-
eyes,
Yes,
from how I
you
say, I'm
think-
like, oh, Shania,
They got tandava,
But yeah, we used to say that.
I used to say that hey matter, this is not fair, God is not fair. This person serves, he doesn't miss what, mother, he died without having a car, without having those kind of things. And I don't know that
don't
that
know
person's
that,
relationship
yeah.
with God. I don't know what's important for that person when
That
it
is
comes
very
to
important.
what a blessing means to that person. Maybe for them, having clothes, having shoes, having a place to stay is a huge blessing. It's just it ends there. For me, it might mean ukuthi mina ngifuna ukuya Paris fashion show, New York fashion. It's different. It's different. So it's very important that we don't compare. Don't compare. Stick to what you know. Stick to yourself. Focus on yourself. And I think that's very important.
I think that was very powerful as well, Shane.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful. It got me thinking.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, guys, you might do that. So,
Guys,
but that is true. I think also what comes to mind is when the Bible says that we shouldn't envy what the other person has. So I think that's just around it. You don't know to know.
Yeah.
You don't know anything. So don't envy. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and your God and your life and whatever. Don't. If the next person's the next person looks like hey they're doing it. Konke kuyenzeka, blah 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 blah. It doesn't necessarily mean that now it's gonna happen that way. I was unemployed for 2 years, and then the third year God showed up. Obviously, you're now giving me the expectation that okay, fine, first year, and then now I start counting first year, second year, and then if it doesn't happen the third year, I go back to being depressed, saying God is unfair and all that. So let us stop doing that. Let us don't give people advice. Don't use your experience. No, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can give people advice, but don't use your own timelines, your own words to give people advice. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Choose your words. Choose your words wisely. Think about it before saying it.
Niggas compare Nabo job.
That's like that's the most important thing.
Don't.
Job is for me to read. I don't know. I will take away something from that motivation.
I can't take
trusting God.
yes.
Blah blah blah. Yes, but don't tell me you're not job. Wow.
I'm not job.
We are not job. things are changing. So let us do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was very good. I really love that.
Yeah, so we're gonna move to the next one, kindness, guys. We don't want this video to take long. So kindness, guys. I think we spoke about kindness. What does kindness mean?
I feel like everything love is kind. Kindness means loving yourself. Kindness means being joyful. Kindness means being peaceful. It means all of them.
Yeah.
It literally means everything. It takes everything and then it puts it together.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, if you know anyone that is kind, and they don't have love,
or they don't have peace.
Yeah, the reason why you are kind it means because you love.
Yeah,
you have love in your soul. So I don't know. I think that's all I can say. Just covers everything.
Yeah, and then just to add, right? So guys, I was reading this for myself. So I think also kindness for me means that you need to recognize when you're hurting, when you're suffering, when you are dying inside. You need to recognize that, because in that way you're able to go ask for help, go seek for help. So if you are trying to be John Cena or Rambo, die inside like a winner, that doesn't work. You can't die inside. Winners don't die inside. You need to go ask for help, talk to someone, even going for therapy. I know that people like to say God is my therapist.
Go to
That's
them.
that's
See,
yeah,
that is
that's
so
like
wrong. Don't do that, because yes, God is your therapist, but sometimes, guys, sometimes you're too angry
yeah, to
God.
even talk to God.
You're too angry to
You're
talk to your
very angry.
therapist. I know some people are like, hey, how you go? Guys, stop being fake. Yeah, but hey, how are you depressed when you're a child of God? Hey, you gotta lose charge. You gotta be because it's life. Now at some point you're gonna and then you're gonna pray to God, and sometimes you do pray to God.
You need an immediate answer,
and then someone comes and says it's gonna be okay. Sometimes you just need
you just need that, or you need a hug.
You need a
just
hug.
need someone to hug you.
Stop being fake.
Don't let us not, guys. We're not Rambos. We're not John Cenas. We're not. As much as we like to think that we are living in a fantasy, Christianity is like a fantasy. Yeah, guys, let us stop fooling ourselves. This thing is real. This is real life. We get affected by all of these things that are happening: depression, suicidal thoughts. Those things, they do affect us. So let us not pretend like we hate him.
Right.
Oh my God. Yes, my God is there, but if you are hurting, if you are suffering, if you are hurting, cry. If it gets to that point, if you're suffering, speak to someone. Go speak to someone. Get a therapist. There's Christian therapists.
That's why we have that in the church, and then you guys come and say, hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey, hey. And then you're like, hey, 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 hey,
stop being
my
fake.
God, yes, our God is like that, but God is giving us all of these resources. If God didn't want us to have light, if so, we wouldn't given these people who created these things the ideas to give. Yes. So if God, yes, God is capable of giving us. He is very much capable. But let us not forget that we are the same as God, and God has given us the authority to do things. He has given us the ability to do things. The ideas that we have, they are coming from God. God is just doing all these things to show us how great He is. So let us not try and live in a fantasy. It's not gonna happen. Let us just stop that.
Jumping back to kindness, guys. Yeah, your points are very valid. What did you say?
You need to recognize when you're suffering. Recognize that and then seek for help.
Yeah, because it gets real, Shane. It gets real. It gets real. Cry if you have to cry. Cry. I'll go strong. You're not strong. Cry if you need to cry.
My sister.
If it hurts, it hurts. Cry. Don't act tough. If you need help, go seek season. Let someone help you. Let someone talk you through it. Because sometimes it helps to speak up. It really helps. So yeah, be kind to yourself, guys. Be kind. Recognize when you are feeling hurt.
True.
Just admit it ukuthi kubuhlungu.
Nanokuthi akukho buhlungu okuncane bakushayisa akukho buhlungu, but you know I know. The Band-Aid, it's don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, guys. So the next one is faithfulness. So faithfulness. So, okay, what came to me? Faithfulness. You know, when you're being faithful, guys, faithfulness for me is just honoring your commitments. As much as we like to freestyle and all that, I think it's really important that we honor your commitments. If you have committed to doing something, do it. Do it. Stop procrastinating.
It's difficult, guys.
Stop procrastinating. I think for me, I remember I used to set an alarm, right? An alarm to say 8 o'clock. You know, the rate every single day. I would see that thing coming and then my alarm saying God what, and then I'll be having work, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Just being able to
Yeah.
balance work and God, because I've put my work is number one at this point, and it's not fair. I know, it's not working out. It's not working out because I am busy putting it first, but I've got nothing to show for it. But had I honored my commitments with God, because also, guys, when you said God is everywhere. God is with us. He sees when you write down, 8 o'clock I will spend. I'm sitting this appointment. God sees that appointment, and 8 o'clock is waiting for you. He's patiently waiting for you, and then you don't show up. So I think also we need to make sure that you honor your commitments. Honor that if you if you plan that on a Saturday I'm gonna do this, go and do it. Go and do it, and tell the people at your job, because tell them ukuthi I have commitments. They're not gonna fire you for having commitments on a Saturday. So you need to make sure that you set your boundaries. You need to get your priorities straight. If you have to go to church, tell them ukuthi I have church. So I can't do that. Because guys, you can lose that job. God will give you another job. And I think we need to get to that point where we're like, you know what? God comes first. So if people have a problem, then it's fine. If they decide to fire me, let them fire me. My God will provide me another job. We need to get to that point.
Get to the as Christians, man.
Confidence, you know what? My God does not wear flip flops. It doesn't flop.
It doesn't.
You can do whatever. You can take me to HR.
Hey guys, me, I remember. Don't fight with
go to HR, but my God will fight.
And then when you get there, you just fold your arms.
Your arms,
and then ukhuluma ngama-Tanzania
my God. Just watch them. But because guys, we are playing about it. But we just
on
say
the real.
We need to be confident. Be confident.
Be confident in your God.
In your God.
Have
confidence in God, man. Let us have that confidence. Yes. Well, guys, I'm preaching this to myself. Yeah, I'm also preaching to myself. I honestly don't.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard.
I will panic now, but which is something that is wrong, guys.
And you need to work on.
Yeah, you need to work on that personally. Okay, so do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else to add. I think we've covered everything because I also suffer from the same things. Like, I suffer with the same things and stuff that I need to fix now. Something is
we need to fix the fact that our priorities. What comes first?
Because guys, if I'm being honest, I have there's 3 phones. They all have alarms. One is alarm, the other one is tuning like that. They will ring, but the alarm will go off, but I will
come and go.
We will continue. And then I can't walk and then set anyone.
Exactly, which is wrong. It's guys, we need to Proverbs 30. Is it Proverbs 30 or 31? It's Proverbs 30. Guys, we need to, even Jesus woke up very early to pray. So we need to adjust, we need to adapt to that lifestyle, because that is God. It's not like when you're waking up early, when I read that book, the 5 a.m. club. Fine, that 5 a.m. that guy got that thing from the Bible.
He did. I mean,
honestly, if you read his books, you can tell that this guy
reads the Bible. Yeah.
And all the ideas, he took his ideas from there. So those kind of things. So we need to make sure that we are faithful to our commitments. Be faithful to your commitments. Start by being faithful to those alarms, to those appointments with God, and then it just builds up, and then you'll become a better person. Yes, and then gentleness. Gentleness. Okay, so for me, gentleness. So gentleness for me means, I don't know. It was also directed to myself, right? So, guys, be gentle to yourself. There's a lot of things, and for me, it was my image, how I look. Like I like to say that I have a big nose. I like to say like, oh, my nose is so big, and like this nose is too big. Why is it not? Like I always do that, and you need to be gentle with yourself. And also, when you see something online or see someone else wearing it, you're like, ah, it's not gonna look good on me because I have
Straight shoulders.
I have broad shoulders. Ooh, I'm a broad shoulders, mama thought. I always say those things to myself. Because,
Yeah,
my shoulders
I also
are like
say
so
that.
broad. I hate them. Those kind of things. And we forget that we are perfectly made. We are part of. This is all part of God's plan. You need to. You need to make sure that you show love to yourself. Embrace who you are. Embrace what you have. You can't change it. If people have a problem, because guys,
You can't change the fact that you're short.
exactly. People used to have a problem with people with freckles. Now everyone wants freckles. So you see, we can't. We need to be comfortable. We need to be comfortable with ourselves, guys. The gap, it's fine. It's okay. This gap has saved me from choking. Something just. Those kind of things.
Yo,
it's all good.
from choking. Oh,
Guys, I'm lying, but it's part of God's plan. We can't change it. If you can't, you can't change it.
Yeah, you can't.
I cannot change it. God knew what He was doing, and God is not a fool. Come on, God knows what He's doing. When He gave me that work, He knew. He knew. I know I want straight legs as well.
Yeah, and Yakumula, when we were younger, we used to be so uncomfortable to wear skirts
and dresses.
In high school, all of our primary high school, we used to wear trousers because we're not comfortable. We have brackets, so
so we hated them.
We hated.
Like, we
really
never
hated
liked
them.
like even wearing short things or like people would see my like I was just very insecure.
Yeah.
And it didn't get me anywhere because there's people who want them and they will never get them. People get surgery for that and they will never get them. So we need to be comfortable with ourselves. Be comfortable with who we are, what we have, because it's all it's all part of God's plan. And God doesn't make mistakes. He designed. We were all designed. He specifically designed.
He made time.
He made time.
But today
I'm focusing on this person. So if you're gonna say, hey, God, you made a mistake here, what are you saying? What are you saying to God? That's yeah. Yes, but yeah, I think that's just
no, that's out. And it also goes back to being kind.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself, love yourself. God doesn't make a mistake. Yeah. I think that's it. Just be gentle. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah. So, and then the last one, guys, I think what we're
self-control.
Self-control. Yeah. Self-control. If we had self-control, we would have saved ourselves from everything.
I think if you've mastered this one,
yeah, well done. Honestly, well done too.
Well done, guys. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, that is true, guys. I think self-control. Hey, guys, self-control. And I think self-control is a very broad. It's a very broad topic.
Topic on its own.
It's just a topic on its own that needs to be unpacked. You need to control yourself and like, hey,
control your anger.
Guys, it's a lot. But I think for me, it's that it's the same. You need to choose your battles. You need to, I don't know, you just need to slow in anger. Think before you do something. Just give yourself time to think. Don't dwell on things that will momentarily give you joy or that satisfaction. Think about the results. It's very important to think that okay, fine, the results.
Always think about the results.
Okay, fine. If I approach it this way, and then as opposed to approaching it this way, what are the results for both, and which one is gonna work out best? Don't just do things because sometimes it's what Christianity.
Guys, can't forget that you are an ambassador of
We
Christ.
can't, we can't
If the
ignore
moment
that.
you say you are Christian, people look at you differently.
They,
So whatever you do, people are watching.
yeah, people are watching, and also we're not trying to impress people, yes, but also God is watching.
We need to always protect.
God is watching, and we need to protect that image of God. So if we are the ambassadors of Jesus, we are the ambassadors of Christianity, and how we portray ourselves or Christianity to people is how they're gonna see it. They're gonna, if we acting like it now, we are perfect, we are without flaw. That's how people are gonna see Christians,
And they will
expect
it
as
to be
soon
like
as
that.
guys,
One
niggas are gonna
mistake.
example church. The church, I'm not coming for, I love church, but I'm just making an example because I'm sure that people are watching, yeah, Christians and all that. But you know, a church that when you are this sister who is portraying themselves as someone who's like, yeah, hey, my brother, you know, you like, and then it happens that you fall pregnant. Yo, 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 the elders of the church, you know, everyone, Lona, angikaze ngambona nomfana, angikaze le ntombazana, you know, those things, angikaze, mara hayi, umithiswa amatafula, amakhabethe, they say things that they don't validate, those kind of things. So be true to yourself. Be true.
We're not
to
saying
yourself.
go around.
Don't go. Yeah, don't. We're not saying go around it. Just stop pretending to be something that you're not. Be yourself, and
the reason why Usa Songbeni in the first place is because
you're not perfect. Yeah.
Let's understand that. I think it's a topic that has been brought up in many conversations with tea. Church is not for the perfect.
Yeah, if
it's
you are
not
perfect,
for
don't.
If why are you going to church? No, why are you going to church if you're perfect? It's not for perfect people.
Your visa.
It's not for perfect people. So don't expect everyone always doing to be perfect. Everyone that is who's Christian to be perfect. Guys, I literally know there's people who are gonna watch this and like, in fake. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now, stop being fake. You know what I'm talking about. And you know, I think I've seen excuse me. I think I've met a lot of people and I've seen many people who are that way, who are going to show you, give you this picture of themselves that you know what's me. But in the dark, in the dark, then you see. So that's why I'm like, don't stop being fake. Like sometimes you just need to be human and
people as well, which is the reason why God just exposes us.
He will
just
expose
us because we are pleasing people. In front of people, we are pretending to be this goat, this mvu. Is it a goat or goat? You know,
no, no, it's a sheep.
Yes, you're pretending. You're pretending to be the sheep. Yeah. They call them and all that. We're not calling them that. But I'm just saying we need to
practice what you preach.
Yeah, practice what you preach. I know we are off topic, but I feel like self-control is just like a very broad topic, and
no, it applies.
Yeah, it does.
It applies.
So
it applies.
Yeah, so just not every situation needs your reaction. I think that's the most important thing. Not every situation needs your reaction. Choose your battles. Sometimes, obviously, as much as you are choosing a battle, sometimes you just choose to keep quiet and go pray about it.
Or cry
about it.
It's good.
Don't let people badlale kananako. That's the most important thing. People will play kananako, and especially when they see that you are very quiet, and they think that you are quiet because you are masaba, but
no,
you are quiet because
you're trying to control yourself.
You are controlling yourself. Inside you are boiling.
Yes.
Oh, when you get home, oh God, like help me, because. But yeah, so I think that's just it from my side. In terms of self-control and all that.
Yeah, guys, I think that's all for today. We hope you guys really enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed talking about it. I think I mostly enjoy having conversations like this. I just hope that this will get to as many people as it can. We are real people. If anything, we just love to talk about real stuff. Because I know everyone's like, oh, like this, faster for 20 days. I wake up at 3 a.m. I woke up yesterday at 3 a.m. and I pray for 5 hours. Unamanga. Stop lying. Stop lying. And inkinga yenu ukuthi niyahamba niyokucamba exactly epulpitini and lie to the church and make people feel small. Ukuthi you can't even pray for 30 minutes and the sound prays for 5 hours. Guys, let me tell you something. Like this is gonna be a topic for another day. I remember I was going through it. I didn't know what to say to God. My only prayer was Our Father every single day. Yes. I would just, my friends will come and we would pray together and then they would play Sitera Bosa and I'll just say Our Father because I didn't have anything else to say to God. God already knows what was in my heart. What I'm going already. Yeah, I already told him, this is what I need. Faye, please, Faye, feel sorry for me. I would literally use such words as I could. You know, and it got to a point where I was like, oh, Gafana, God has heard me. God has heard me. Let me say Our Father. I know I would be like, I'll just go and be like, Heavenly Father. That's not it. And then I'll just be saying, yo, I don't know what to say. Exactly, those things. Because I don't know what else to say. Or just sit there and even fall asleep, guys. I ever right now, I'm telling the truth. They would pray. It takes turns. Sometimes it just going through. And then they are praying. And then they're like, yo, guys, after they pray, like, guys, please pray for me. Because you feel guilty because you're not praying. Because you just are like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus. And then you've got nothing to say. And then now you're thinking about other things. It happens, guys. It does happen. And I'm gonna tell you now that it happens. It happens. It doesn't happen to me. It doesn't happen to her. It happens to all of us. I know it happens to all of us. Everyone is. I don't know unless if I don't know if we're different, but I know that most people go through this. Guys, this thing is very difficult. Having a relationships are very difficult, and having a relationship with God, someone that you've never seen before, it's a very difficult thing. So imagine if you're struggling with someone that you can see. With God, communication, those kind of things. So that's a topic for another day. But I think we're just gonna close our video here, guys. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe. And if you made it to this point, guys, comment with a heart, very hard. Just give us a heart. Yeah, it really motivates us to see that these people are watching and all that. But man, at this point, guys, if you watch, you watch. If you don't watch, you don't watch. Yes. So just make sure to comment down below and just leave your thoughts. Subscribe, share the video if you want to share it on TikTok or whatever. If it makes sense to you. So yeah, guys. Until next time. Bye.